All right, let's see. Is the confuser working? Looks like we're streaming. All right, cool. Is the clock going? I don't know.
Receiving content.
It says receive. There it goes.
Clock is going.
The clock is going. Feels like we're going to launch our rocket.
Yeah.
Well, kinda. We're doing all kinds of goodies, but let's do our intro, Mama. You ready?
Sure.
Hi, everybody. It's Brad.
And I'm Christa.
From the Big Family Homestead, and today we've got some goodies for you.
Just a few.
Special. Yep. 3 things. Me. Not so much me.
He's the controller of the.
I'm moral support.
You're right.
I'm like, come on, girl.
You're the taste tester.
You can do this. You know what's funny though is usually I'd say 90% of the time it's me who cooks the meals.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
I love that too.
It's a good deal.
Yeah.
It's a great deal because I get to make the mess and somebody else gets to clean it. Mm-hmm. So I don't mind cooking. I like it.
Right.
But Mama gets the glory. No, it's good.
Well, you cook all of the main meals and I do all of the baking.
That's true. I am not a baker.
No.
Nor candlestick maker. So today, Mama's going to be making 3 pretty awesome videos.
Some really yummy stuff. We're going to make Amish white bread. It's sweet bread. It's tasty. It's tasty.
I'm practically made of sweet bread, let's just say.
That's funny. And then we're going to make a taco fiesta soup.
Which is gluten-free.
It's all gluten-free.
And I have to say, gluten-free in a chubby guy's world usually equals, this stuff is really, really good.
Yeah.
It's completely beyond tolerable. It's actually really tasty.
Yes, it is. And then we're going to make a smoothie, and it's a banana berry blast.
Banana and berry blast.
Yeah.
And those 2 recipes, the Taco Fiesta Soup and the Banana and Berry Blast, we're actually going to be using Thrive Life foods, which are amazing. And we're going to talk about that later, but let's just say they're freeze-dried awesomeness, and they last 25 years on the shelf.
Yes.
And so if you ever want, 25 years from now to have a banana shake, you can. So I'm going to get out of the way and go press buttons, because I'm more of the good at that.
Yeah.
And she's more good at this. So the Amish sweet bread, I don't want to hesitate anymore. I'm going away. See you. Bye-bye, baby.
Bye, honey. All right. So, I hope we've got quite a few people in here ready to cook.
We do.
We do? Oh,
47 good. At least.
Sweet. Okay, so we're going to start with our Amish white bread. And it is a sweet bread. And now, if you don't want to use, regular white granulated sugar, you can substitute it for honey. You can substitute the vegetable oil for coconut oil and make it a little bit healthier. And it will still taste the same. So I've got our nice
Marjorie.
Warm water. You're so distracting.
Marjorie is our first subscriber. We got to give her special props.
I know. So the water you want to use has got to be relatively warm. You want it warm enough to where it's just almost too hot to touch. Otherwise, your yeast won't activate. And if it's too hot, you'll kill the yeast. So I'm going to pour that in the bowl. If you want to go ahead and put this camera
I will put that camera on, baby. There we go.
Okay, good.
Food cam. Whoa!
And now we're going to add 2/3 cup of sugar. And again, I said you can substitute for honey if you'd like. Or stevia. Whichever is good for your family. So now you want to dissolve this sugar.
Hold on there a second, Mama. In all honesty, I'm not sure that stevia will work the same because it's not a sugar. It's not a sugar. It tastes very sweet, but it's not a sugar.
Okay.
Yeah, for those of you guys who don't know, stevia is a plant that we actually grow and use because I have a blood sugar issue, but it's a very sweet plant, but it doesn't act like a sugar. Diabetics can have it. So I'm not sure on that, and I did not mean to halt the bread making. I just wanted to point it out because I'm not sure it would work the same way. You're going to have to do some research on that, party people of YouTube. Say ho. Here we go. Now back to Mama.
Okay. No, food cam.
Food cam. Food cam. Sorry about that.
So now our sugar has been dissolved, and we're going to just add a tablespoon and a half of yeast. That's about a tablespoon and a half.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Let the wee beasties
Now,
start feasting.
You can stir this. I don't. I generally just leave it. I do my Amish white bread very quickly, and so I don't even mess with it. I just leave it, and it's starting to activating just a little bit.
Now what's happening is the sugars are getting eaten by the yeast who are waking up. And that's proof, correct, Mama, when you start to see the bubbles?
Yes. It is proof that the yeast is active.
And so what's happening is the yeast is eating the sugar, and that's giving off carbon dioxide, which is going to make the bubbles and the nice fluffiness in your bread. Quick question from Lorelei. What about Splenda? I do not think it is the same thing either.
No.
It has to be sugar for it to work properly.
Well, and we don't use Splenda at all anyway, so I don't know how that would work.
Yeah, so you'd have to check on your own with that.
Yeah, try to use natural sweeteners as an alternative.
So now what are we waiting on, Mamacita?
All right, so you can see that it's starting to get a little bubbly here on the sides.
Daisy's photobombing.
Hi, Daisy.
Daisy is photobombing. Here she comes. Uh-oh. Oh, no. This could be an altogether different program here in a second. Get out of here, Pooch.
Go on.
All right, Mama. We're going to food cam.
Food cam, please.
Food cam, please. There you go. Your mark is set. Go.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and add our 1/4 cup of oil.
Oh, you know what I did not do? I did not put up the recipe. But go ahead and keep going. Keep going. I'll put it up afterwards, guys.
Okay. So we've got our oil in there, and then I'm going to go ahead and add 4 of the 5 to 6 cups of flour.
And go ahead. I'm sorry.
Depending on the weather in your area, like today is really soggy outside. So that makes the air in your house and in your area very moist. So you're going to need to add more flour. So that's why I start with a portion of the flour. So I'm going to add 4 cups of the 5 to 6 cups of flour that are needed. Is that 3? Not counting.
Yeah.
4.
Your guess is as good as mine, sweetie.
Now, before I mix this, I'm going to go ahead and add the salt. That way I know it gets incorporated into the dough.
Now, there is debate. Every time she adds the salt, we see somebody making a comment saying that the salt kills the yeast. And salt does kill yeast, but the way you put it in and when you put it in is the dividing factor on how much is going to be done. You have to have flavor.
Right.
Or else it's just going to be meh. I mean, you can make bread without salt, but it would be just yucky.
It wouldn't be very good.
No.
All right, so we're going to have a teaspoon and a half of salt. Go ahead and give this a mix and get all of this incorporated.
Okay.
Wait, Claire Cam. Claire Cam, there she goes. See, we're making this stuff in stages, guys, so that you can see the whole process. So we've actually made 3 batches. Mm-hmm. So the first batch is actually going in the oven right now. Mama's mixing another one, so you can see all the phases all at once.
Yeah, you can see all the whole process of it.
Right.
All right, so this is a very wet dough still. This is not done.
Barbara wrote, does the oven need to be preheated? Yes.
Yes, 350 degrees. All right, so I'm going to add a half of the 5th cup. So we've got 4.5 cups of flour in here now.
And what are you looking for, Mama?
I'm looking for a nice soft dough. And as you can see, I'm not using the KitchenAid today because this is a really easy dough to mix together. This is not one of those, like with the French bread, it's a more firm dough. This one is very soft and easy to work with. All right, so it's starting to come together, but it's still really sticky. So I'm going to add the other half cup. So now I have 5 cups of flour in here. And you know, don't get me wrong, you can use your KitchenAid. You don't have to do this by hand.
Now, you prefer doing this with your hands as opposed to the KitchenAid. Why?
So you don't add too much flour. Too much flour in a dough will give you bricks.
Ha ha ha. Two Family Homestead says, Brad, the first loaf should be done as we drive by.
Oh.
Hey, you can come on over, man. We'll have lunch. We've got taco Fiesta soup coming and even a nice fruit smoothie.
All right, so now this is getting, it's not completed yet. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this out onto a floured board, counter, whatever. I use this.
It's a baking mat.
It's a baking mat, pie crust mat, pizza mat, whatever. It's just really easy for cleanup. Get all of those little bits out of there. Those wee beasties is what Brad likes to say.
Wee beasties.
Yeah.
Mama's heading out. She's leaving.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
She's OP.
Running away.
So I'm going to go ahead and incorporate all of this, all of the pieces that are kind of flopping out, and just as I knead the dough.
That dough is needy.
Yeah, it's very needy. I will give a quarter turn and then flip and press down. Quarter turn, flip, and press down. Oh, see, now there's pieces over here. Gotta get all those pieces in there.
You are, boy, oh boy, you're all over the mat
No,
today. All over the mat today.
No, that's just the way this is. This dough can be crumbly in the beginning, but then as you knead it, it works together. And this I need for maybe 3 or 4 minutes. This dough does not take long to put together.
That is looking good, Mama.
Yeah, see how it's just starting to get really nice and smooth?
And it'll get springy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not teasing. That's actually a real live term.
Yeah.
Mr. Mega Fred Zeppelin, how you guys doing? Now, of the people watching right now, of you guys who are in the live chat, how many of you have successfully baked bread before? So, simple yes or no, bring it on.
Claire, you don't count.
Yes, I do.
Now, as you're kneading, you're gonna feel it start sticking a little bit, and as you saw a minute ago, I added just a little bit of flour to it. And I'll just keep kneading that. See, it's sticking to the board again, so I'm going to just put a tiny bit there. You don't want to add a ton. Just keep it from sticking to your hands and to the board.
There we go. You're doing a great job, Mama.
Thanks.
Wide cam, here's everybody. Hi, everybody.
Okay. See how it's kind of falling down a little bit, but it's holding its shape. See how it springs back when I press down on it? This is done.
That's like my cheeks.
Nice, honey. Now, I put it straight back in the same bowl that I was using before. You can oil the bowl. I never do that just because I feel like it's wasting oil. And when I go to scrape it out, I'll scrape it out with my rubber spatula. Cover this with a warm tea towel or a piece of saran wrap and leave it for an hour.
Okay. So now you're going to go snatch the one that you already have had rising, correct?
Yes, I'm actually going to go wash my hands real quick.
Okay, so here we go. Let's talk. Now that I finally got you guys to myself, does anybody have any bread jokes that we didn't get last time? Because it was, the only one I have is about needy bread. And here, I'll slowly move the camera because Mama says you guys get sick when I move the camera too fast.
Oh, no.
Clear cam. Smile, honey. Come on. I'm not going to go away until you smile. She's beautiful, isn't she? Oh, slowly move the camera back. And now you got, well, you're stuck with me. Oh, here, I'll put up the recipe as we are waiting for Mama. How's that? So you can still hear us, but there it is. It's a simple recipe, guys, and I honestly don't know the actual breakthrough moment when Mama went from making bricks to making loaves of love, but she did. And do you know exactly the moment? What was it? Was your breakthrough?
This recipe.
It was this recipe.
It was this recipe that allowed me to make the dough right.
Quit loafing around, says Barbara wrote.
Not again.
Yeah, right.
So now, did you bring in the other? This is dough that has been rising for how long? Food cam.
This one has been rising for an hour and 15 minutes, actually.
And look at that.
I made this one at 11 o'clock.
That is looking luscious. So for those of you who are coming in late,
shame on you.
Mama has already shown how to make the dough. You'll have to go back and watch that again. But then she's shown you how to form it, and then it has to. The first rising is how long?
1 hour.
And then that is she's breaking stuff. Then that is this dough.
Yes, this is after rising for an hour.
Okay.
Hour-ish. And this recipe will make 2 loaves that go into a 9x5 loaf pan.
And they are delightful.
Yeah. And these are well used.
Well loved.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to throw a little bit of our flour out on the board.
So it doesn't get the sticky.
Come on, Scale. There we go. Now, what I like to do, can you do food cam?
Food cam.
What I like to do with this is just turn it out on the board. I don't knead it. I don't punch it down. I don't do anything with that like that. Because I think overworked dough gets too hard. The less you mess with it, the better it is. So we're just going to put this out on our floured surface. Give it a good flour on top. And now I'm just going to go ahead and cut this in half because I know I'm going to make 2 loaves with this. Now, I'm going to roll it into a ball just to work some of the air out, but not a lot. I'm not going to overwork it. Just let it sit right there. Same thing with this one. Just roll it into a ball like a really big roll. Where it's kind of ugly on the bottom, but nice and smooth on top. Now what I like to do is I like to weigh them to make sure they're about the same so that the cooking time is the same. And these are exactly 1 pound, 8 ounces.
Well done, Mama.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job.
That's what I like about when you don't punch it down, you don't knead it. You just cut it in half. You're pretty exact on your measurements. So now to form this into a loaf, you want to grease your
loaf pans, yeah.
And this is the easiest way to do this.
You can do it with butter if you
whatever
want.
You want. This is just easy and fast. I've made so many loaves of bread. It's just I try and cut down on.
Hey, hold on 1 quick second, Mama.
Yeah.
Wayne's in the house. What?
What's up, Wayne? Okay. Now, what I did, and I'm sorry I didn't show you this. You had a nice surface on top, so I want to keep that nice surface. So I'm going to dump it over and put it on its back, where the ugly side is up.
Okay.
Now all I'm going to do is press it out to where it's an oval. Take one side, and I'm going to roll it up like we rolled the French bread a few weeks ago. Or was that last week? No, I don't remember. No, it was a couple weeks ago. So I'm going to roll it to where the seam is on the bottom. It's nice log shape, I guess.
A log of love.
Yeah.
A log loaf.
Place that into your loaf pan, and you're going to press it down with your hand to where it fills the corners. Otherwise, you'll have a funky shaped loaf. Do the same thing. Flip it over to where the ugly side is up. Press it down. And then you're just going to roll it up, just like this. Place it in the pan.
And smash it.
And smash it.
But not too much.
No, I mean, well, you can't really do too much to it, but you're going to just press it down, push out some of those bubbles, so that it fills the corners, so it makes more of a rectangle.
Just like so.
Okay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to cover these with plastic or your warm, wet towel and let these rise for 30 to 45 minutes.
Okay.
I find that about 30 minutes is, in a warm place, is about all
And so you're looking for it to double?
We want it to come up to the top of the pan.
Okay, let me show that again. Top of the
Up
pan.
at the top of the pan, right up here.
Okay.
When this round part is up at the top of the pan, then it's time to put it into your preheated 350 degree oven for 30 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
So now we're ready to let that rise.
We're going to let this rise.
We're going to switch gears.
Yep. We're going to start making our taco fiesta.
Oh, I'm excited about
Can
that.
you put the recipe up for just a little while?
I will
longer?
put the recipe up as we switch gears,
Yeah.
guys. Here we go. There's the Amish white bread recipe. And as Mama goes and puts those loaves into the nether regions of the kitchen. Yes, that's a technical term. We're going to switch gears and we're going to make a taco fiesta soup that's really amazing because it's so fast. Everything, it's like a meal in a jar. So you can have these things put together, for those nights where you just don't want to do much and you're like, hey, you guys up for something, Latin-y, taco-y, and you can pull it down off the shelf and make it in 15, 20 minutes. Or maybe you've got some health issues and you're dealing with something like celiac or you got gluten issues. This taco fiesta recipe fixes that. It's completely gluten-free, and I'm going to show you right here in a second. But we'll be back for now.
I gotta change the set.
She can do that. You can do that. But as you do, Mama, what I want to talk about is the Thrive Life foods. Now, for those of you guys who know our channel, know that for literally about a year and a half, we had been looking for long-term storable food that was actually good. A lot of the stuff was just paste, and it was disgusting, and it was loaded with chemicals. And one of our channel friends basically said, hey, man, and this was Bill over at the Tiny House Prepper channel, said, hey, I'm dealing with these people that it's freeze-dried food, and it's all individual ingredients. So if you want to make a chicken something, you grab chicken, and you grab your something, and you grab your something, and then that's that. You put it together on your own instead of being stuck with their recipes. And they do have some of those kind of pre-made things, but largely it's an individual ingredient. And what's cool about it is that not only is it fast, because you just grab what you're grabbing. Like, look, Mama's grabbing the ingredients. You put it all together, and poof, you're done. She's going to make a meal in a jar, but before we get to that, this stuff is good on the shelf for 25 years. Now, that's amazing in itself, but now you may say, hey, Brad, I don't really care about the preparedness thing. You may just have health issues. Well, this is clearly labeled whether it's gluten-free, and it's truly gluten-free. It also is completely just one ingredient, like these green peppers. It's just green bell peppers. It's literally, and that's so cool to me. So you could make these meals, put them together on the shelf, and they're great for a really, really long time. And you just grab them, put them together, and go. And I don't know where Mama went. She's
I had
out.
to go get measuring spoons.
So there, I think I've talked enough. There's links down below for you to check it out, guys. But I got to tell you what, we're sold.
Yeah.
It's delicious. And look at me. Do you think I would settle for not delicious food? No, that's silliness.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, we're going to go to the food cam or wide cam?
Food cam.
Actually, let me put the
It doesn't
recipe
matter.
up for just a second. This
Okay,
is
go
the
ahead.
recipe that is the taco fiesta soup. Now, we're going to show some of these things, guys, but basically, all of this recipe is going to be able to fit into 1 quart jar, and it's enough to feed 4 to 5 people. And basically, it's all, freeze-dried stuff. And we're actually going to share with you our sazon recipe, which is it's a very Latin flavor. And so, ready, Mama? Because here we go.
Oh, yeah, I'm just putting them in order. That's all.
Okay, so here we go.
It makes my life easier.
Food cam or wide cam? Probably wide cam to start. What do you think?
Sure. That's
wide
fine.
cam. So she's setting up her area. Oh, your chalkboard's in the way there.
Oh, okay. Chalkboard.
Your chalkboard.
It's my clipboard that's got my recipe.
We
on
can
it, so
still
I don't
move
mess
it in
up.
front of the.
It's okay. I can lay it down. It's fine.
So show them here. Show them like.
Peppers.
I'll walk over here and grab this. Now here are some of the green peppers. Right. Let's go right.
Wait, you got my chili peppers?
Yes, I've got the. See here. You got like chili peppers, and it's crazy because it's so light, but all the water's taken out of it, and that's it.
And the awesome thing is that it tells you how many servings this is right on.
Oh my gosh, that smells so good.
I know. Oh,
that really does smell good.
It smells so good to me. Okay. Now.
So here we go.
We've got our mason jar, our quart mason jar, and this is for canning. This just makes it really easy to get all of the ingredients inside this can. So I'm going to go ahead and start with our tomato powder, and that is a 1/4 cup of tomato powder.
This is one of my favorite things that they have.
This is This is just tomatoes.
Yeah, it's ground up, dried up, then freeze-dried tomatoes.
Yep.
Oh, and the other thing about this stuff, guys, is that it is 100% nutritionally just the way it was picked.
Right, exactly.
That's amazing.
Yeah. If you had fresh tomatoes and you ground them up, it's the exact same nutritionally. So I'm going to take my 1/4 cup.
Yeah, because nothing's heated.
Right.
It goes straight from the plant out. Well, when they pick it, whoops, sorry, I'm grabbing the wrong. Man, oh man, I'm having a hard time here. It's supposed to be this one. Yeah, taco. It's basically when it's picked, they freeze dry it. So all of the nutrition is still in there. It hasn't been heated.
Right.
So, all right. Sorry, Mama. Continue on.
Sorry, I need to drink water. Okay, so 1/4 cup of tomato powder. Right in the bottom. You're going to put your sauce mixes down in the bottom so it'll be layered like one of those sand art things. It's kind of cool, actually.
Or the, cake in a jar.
Right. Okay, then our sazon. Our sazon is really, really cool. Okay, which can we gonna go?
There you go.
This is equal parts of garlic, cumin, paprika, salt, and coriander. So if you want to use a tablespoon of each and then make up
a mess of it.
When we make this, we buy the large spice canisters
from a restaurant supply company.
Yeah, from Gordon Food Service, and then I make up 4 or 5 quarts of this. So we have this for 6 to 8 months. And then I vacuum seal the ones I'm not using. So we need a 1/4 cup of sazon.
And by the way, guys, this is not a spicy meal.
No, this is not. You can make it spicy if you want. We don't like super, super spicy. So this smells so good. Okay, 1/4 cup of that.
Food cam.
Yeah.
Oh, can you move that over this way a little bit, baby? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And by the way, guys, I didn't even realize it is Cinco de Mayo.
That's
totally did not.
That is truly funny. Okay, now we're going to add a tablespoon of cilantro, and this is the Thrive cilantro. Down in there. And then a cup of chicken.
Chicken
or is it
dices.
3/4 a cup of chicken.
Oh, let's look at the, you got the recipe, or you need me to call it out?
3/4 a cup, but if it's a little bit more, that's really okay.
Chicken's yummy.
Yeah, because it's kind of hard to measure 3/4 of a cup of chicken. So.
And believe it or not, you're almost done.
Yeah. Okay. Now we need our chopped onions, and that's a 1/4 cup of chopped onions. And I don't know about you guys, but we hate chopping onions.
Yes.
And this is...
I will openly admit that I may ask Claire into the kitchen and say, hey, what are you doing? And I'll say something like, you want to cut up some onions?
I'm too nice to say no.
It is because she is too nice to say no.
All right, so we got our onions in there. Next is our bell peppers, and it is mixed bell peppers, but I don't have mixed, so I'm going to use a little bit of each.
There you go. We should be getting a good.
Says
We're supposed to get a nice
quarter
delivery of yumminess today.
That.
Is that an 1/8?
Yeah.
All right.
There we go.
Brad, do you guys like Mexican street corn? Yes.
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 Mexican street
Yes.
corn.
Matter of fact, we just introduced the Go and Batty channel to Mexican street corn. Not too terrible. Was it last weekend?
Yeah, it was last weekend.
And I got to tell you what, guys. The idea of putting mayonnaise on corn at first was repulsive to me. But after 2 years of struggling with, this is probably pretty good. When we finally tried it, it's like we barely have buttered corn anymore.
Yeah, and I
won't
don't like
eat buttered corn anymore.
I don't like mayonnaise very much, but it's good on that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. If you guys don't know what Mexican street corn is, you grill your corn. Sorry, that's for another day. Sorry, look it up. Mama, keep going.
Okay, so we're going to use 3/4 cup of food camp, please.
Sorry.
3/4 cup of instant beans.
That means they're ready to
They're
go.
ready to go. See that?
Yep.
Okay. So instant beans into your quart jar. See how pretty that is looking?
Yummy.
Next is our chili peppers, and honestly, we only have 2 more ingredients after this. Chili peppers. We need 1/4 cup of those.
Yup.
And then 1/4 cup or 3/4 cup of corn.
And then our tomato dices.
Oh, I think I have 3/4 of a cup. If
Well.
not, I gotta go get the other jar.
Just make do, baby.
Nope, I think this will work. Okay.
You got it?
Yep.
Don't eat the oxygen absorber.
No, don't eat that.
They're not good for you,
Okay.
and they don't taste good.
No. 3/4 cup of sweet corn.
Uh-oh. We're out of room,
Okay.
baby.
No, we're good.
You got this?
We're good. And then 1/4 cup of tomato dices.
To answer Trippin' Falls, did I miss the bread making? No, Trippin' Falls. The bread is rising, so we're making another recipe as we let the bread rise.
All right. So looky there. Oops.
Poof.
Tomato.
Done.
Done.
Now, take
Then-
it up to the camera, Mamacita.
Then, if you want, put your lid on there.
So you could take it on the go.
Yep. If
You
you,
could-
travel, you can take this in your luggage and cook it in the hotel room.
Yep.
But look at that. Isn't that pretty?
Now to cook it,
Now
all
cook
you
it.
need is 6 and...
6 cups of boiling water.
I thought it was 6.5.
Nope, it's 6 cups. I'm looking at the recipe.
Okay, well then you can make it thicker if you want 6. But when I wrote it down, it was depending on how thick or thin you want it. So we may need to add a little more than the 6. We'll see.
Well, if you want it thicker, you add less water. If
Right.
you want it thinner, you add more water.
Right. So is
So-
that boiling? Because it needs to be boiling.
Yes, dear, it's boiling.
Because we're learning all this stuff as we go, guys. Not this. This is great, but
Right.
dealing with the freeze-dried foods is so cool. It's like I feel like a chemist.
Yeah, right. All right, can you see the pot?
I cannot. We can go to the food cam.
Okay.
Yeah, we can.
Perfect. All right, so, well, it was boiling.
It's not boiling.
It was just
It's
boiling.
not boiling. Just saying. I'm within striking distance. I should watch it. As she angrily reconfigures her cups. Mm-hmm. Should we cover it to make it boil faster?
It was boiling. It's
I-
burning hot.
Steam is hotter than flame. Did you know that?
The lid is flipping
Did you know
hot.
that?
Yes, I knew
Steam is hotter than
that.
flame.
I know.
You know what's hotter than that?
Me?
My
Wait,
baby.
what?
Whatever.
My baby. See how I got out of that? Yeah.
Right.
Is it boiling? Nope.
I like watching water boil.
So why don't you tell a joke?
So, how are them bangles?
You should cover that up. Baby. Tell us a joke, honey.
No, because there's only one joke I know.
What's your joke?
Oh, no, wait. No, I got it. And I might offend some people.
What?
What chili peppers are they?
These are just the regular green chilies.
We'll go ahead and show them there while we're waiting for the water to
Are
boil.
they spicy or no?
No, they're not.
They're not spicy.
No, they're just flavorful.
They're delightful.
They're really good. You can use jalapenos. You can use whatever chili, whatever pepper you want to spice it however you want.
What did I do?
You should use a propane burner. It will boil faster, says Wayne.
Thanks, Wayne.
Wayne.
Where's my propane burner? Huh?
Yeah, and if you guys don't know Wayne's Country Living, he has a channel in which he lives country. So that's pretty cool. And he's Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got a channel in which he lives country. And I gotta tell you what,
Too funny.
that's pretty cool. You should check him out because he's got this channel. Well,
Wayne's Country Living.
I think it's called Wayne's Country Living.
Okay.
I got
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
link.
You got this?
Boom.
Boom! Look at that. Claire's like a ninja. Is it boiling yet, or do we have to get propane?
No,
This is
and
cold water.
as Home in the Stick says, if you're looking, it ain't you ain't cooking.
That's right.
That's too funny. This lid is hot. Hey, we're boiling.
Good. Put it in quick,
Quick.
quick. That's easy.
Talk
That
about
is
the get-together.
literally how hard it is to make this meal.
Stir this up and let it simmer. I'm gonna turn this down a bit.
No, you're not.
Yes, I don't.
It's supposed to boil.
I don't want it to boil.
Do you want
over.
chewy chicken? It's supposed to
Oh,
boil.
I'm gonna.
Can you talk
Bump
about the
you.
get together, please?
We can talk about the get together, but it's supposed to boil. So-
Last nerve.
She only has one nerve,
Yeah.
and I reside on it.
Yep.
And I. That's why we're married. It's lasted a long time.
Talk about the get together, hon.
All right, guys. Next month on the 3rd, Saturday the 3rd, you are invited. All of you, if you can drive however you want. You could fly. You could rent a carriage. You could drive a mule. You could, if you had like a mushing team with one of the wheel carts, you could get there. We're going to be in Ohio, southern, right? It is southern Ohio.
Southwest Ohio.
Southwest Ohio.
Yeah.
There's a state park called Caesars Creek Park, and we're going to have a get-together where a bunch of channels and a bunch of you guys and friends are just going to come together and have an awesome picnic day. It's going to be 10 to 4 p.m., and there's a lot of people coming. The Empty Hammock channel's coming. Tiny House Preppers coming. Hey, Wayne, are you coming? I'm pretty sure because Wayne's Country Living, we talked about it. I thought it was pretty sure he can respond. But there's a lot of channels coming, and it's a meet and greet, guys. So the idea is we're going to get together, have some food, share some, fellowship, whatever it is that you do. If you're good at something, bring it. Nobody's selling anything. It's not
No.
like there's no fee involved.
Nope.
It's just to get together and have fun.
Yep.
And
There's a playground there. You can hunt fossils. You can fish. You can do all kinds of really fun stuff. So.
you could hunt fish or chase fossils. You could play on the, I don't know. It's going to be a great time.
Yeah.
So Claire's putting up more stats. Are you not, Claire?
On the...
I'm gonna Claire cam. I'm gonna Claire
No,
cam.
please don't. Please don't.
All right, here, food cam. Should it be boiling? Yes, it should be
It
boiling.
is boiling.
Thank the Lord, because it's got to thicken up.
You.
Wow, I haven't been to Caesars Creek in 35 years, says Mindy Patriot Angel. And you know what? One of the cool things about this get-together, guys, in all seriousness, is that a lot of us people who are self-reliant, those who are homesteaders, farmers, preppers, a lot of us are very, very loner-minded. And this is going to be a great way for a bunch of us to get together and find people that we're comfortable with. Because, you may be comfortable with somebody who lives like that, or you may be comfortable with somebody who lives like that. You don't necessarily want them in your backyard, right? Am I right? Because guess what? Sometimes there's people that might just be, I don't know, a little sketchy. And this is a great way to kind of have toe in the water, to meet and greet and hang out with people and maybe find people that can get in your network. And that's it. We're trying to do that whole thing. The rising tide lifts all ships. So, questions here. Do you need a fishing license to fish in Ohio? Yes, you do. And I feel that it's actually wrong that you have to have a fishing license to do that anywhere, because I don't think it's the government's business. But that's a whole other story. Ashley, Ohio, is that New York? No, she must be answering another question. So any other question? You should give a link with the post of your drone footage. You know what? That is a video that we have. Is the bread done, Mama?
Yes.
Okay, so as the taco stuff is finishing up, it still probably needs a thicken, you think?
It's
Are we good?
not going to be a thick soup, honey.
No. Look at that.
It's like,
oh
it's
my
like
gracious.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you cover that and grab the bread, baby? And we'll finish up chatting about the get-together here. It's that video that we did a while back when we went out with Going Batty.
The Caesar Creek one?
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay, Claire's on it. She's going to post a link to the video because I sold off a synthesizer that I had for many years, and I traded that out so I could get a drone. And I got a drone, and we got some footage that was pretty crazy. And Claire's going to grab that video link here in a sec.
Oh no, he's kidding, I think.
Right.
I think he's kidding.
Yeah, no, he is. He is. You better be kidding, Dolphin Man. Yeah. Okay, Wayne's saying about that fishing license. It's $19 a year here in Ohio. Oh, did Wayne say if he was going to be there?
No,
I didn't
can
catch
find out
that.
real quick.
Scrolling back up. But yeah, the park is just gorgeous. Oh, speaking of gorgeous. Oh, she's leaving again.
Dang.
Dang
Laying it
gone.
on thick.
Doggone. Oh my gracious people. I have to show you. Food cam, engage. What is that? Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. 3 bags full. Brad. Yeah. Alrighty, people. Food cam or mom cam? You want this cam?
No.
Food cam, look at that. Just desecrate one by opening up just the end where they can see it.
It's hot, though.
I can do it. I'm not scared.
You do it. It's hot.
I'm not scared. It is going to be hot, but my chubbiness cannot be stopped. Look at this. Look at that, people. Look at how light and fluffy that is.
Wayne said John and I are thinking about it. We have to make sure we are able.
Sweet.
And by the way, the John he means is J0. Yes, sir.
Yay. Now, you can tear into this.
Yes, you should.
You can tear into this. And it is absolutely delightful.
It is.
If you want it to be easy to cut, wait until it cools.
So you eat one.
And then you wait
You eat
and
one.
you let the other one
and wait
cool.
for the other one.
Right.
Okay. So, Mama, butter me up, baby.
Yeah.
And by that I mean the bread.
Yeah, I know what you meant.
And then we're going to move on to the soup and a smoothie. And I got to tell you what, guys. This is straight up heaven. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Holy smokes. And you guys saw how easy it is to make.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being so rude. Here.
Uh-huh.
I'm being so rude by talking. But we should move on. Do we have bowls and spoons?
We do.
Or do you want to do the smoothie first?
Let's do the smoothie first.
Let's do the
It's
smoothie.
going to cook for 20 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. So now the smoothie is also going to be made out of the Thrive Life foods, guys. And once again, the links are down below if you're interested. Mindy, Patriot, Angel, there's nothing better than homemade bread right out of the oven. I have got to agree with you. I got to agree with you. Florida homesteaders, ship it to Florida. You know, we've actually done that. My son is in the military, and he got out of basic training, and he's in his basically his education.
Yeah, he's in his class.
And
AIT.
we sent him some bread quickly, which was great. But he was smart enough to have learned from Mama how to bake it, and this is true story. True story. So he's there in his training, and people are smelling it because there's like a common area where they can bake and do stuff, and people are smelling it, and they're starting to trade. You know, hey, I'll do your bed for a month if I can have some. I'll do your laundry. He got all kinds of shrimp. He got all kinds of traded.
He got some, what is it? He got like 5 pounds of crawdads.
Crawdads.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, learn this recipe and you will be popular at parties.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that simple.
Yeah.
AIT, okie dokie. Yes, sir, 3 bags full. All right, so, Mama, we're shifting gears.
Shifting gears.
And this is a tasty, you know what? Generally, I don't care for, like, fruit-based desserts, but this is delicious. It really is. And so what do we got going on?
All right.
You need your berries.
They're right behind me.
Okay. I'm going to go to, do I go to food cam?
Okay, if you like. Well, I think I need, since these are big, I'm just going to go ahead and bring them one at a time. Huh?
Where'd the bread go?
It's over here.
We're going to have bread when we have our lunch.
Look, sister,
Yeah, the soup. Can you smell that soup? Oh my gosh.
I don't make this bread very often, so because it's got so much sugar in it that we don't make too much of it at a time because it's gone in a day.
Yep. And about the get together, guys, Dolphin Man, no joke, Brad, please do not forget to say where to stay overnight. There are plenty of hotels and stuff around there, guys.
Yeah, we haven't researched that.
So. We haven't done the research on that. And while it would be great to have everybody here, you might not want to be sleeping in the animal paddock.
No, it's kind of stinky. Okay.
But yeah, check it out. It's Caesars Creek. Okay, switching gears. Sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead, Mama.
That is okay. So we've got our banana berry blast.
Banana and berry blast.
Banana and berry, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and put our 2 cups of bananas in here. Easily.
Yeah, just fist them in there, baby. There you go.
My hand holds about a cup.
Yeah.
All right, so there's 1.
Whoops. Food cam.
Yeah.
And another thing, you can have this on the shelf, guys. That's what's crazy. You can have it in one of those quart jars.
Yeah, you can go ahead and mix up your dry ingredients and put them in here, and then just throw them into a blender.
Marjorie, any close camping? Yes, the park does have camping.
Yes, it does. The park has lots and lots of camping.
And it's great. It's really, really nice. And it's massive. Like when you rent an area,
you have a large area.
You're not right on top of anybody.
Yeah.
So what do we got going in, Mama?
1 cup of raspberries.
Here, you know what? While you're futzing, I'm going to put the recipe up.
Okay.
Here's the recipe, guys. She's measuring stuff out and putting it in the old blender. But you got the 2 cups of banana, 2 cups of 1 cup of raspberries, 1 cup of blueberries, and the yogurt bites. Now the yogurt bites, guys, I got to tell you what. You know that like sugar cereal that you get that's like got like Lucky Charms and it's got the marshmallows in there? These taste just like that, but they're actually just yogurt and they're freeze dried. And it's ridiculous. And they're awesome. So where you at, Mama?
All right, I got the blueberries in there.
Food cam.
Oi.
All right. Oh, bring on the yogurt bites.
Yogurt bites. Oh, we're running low.
Oh, I need some. They're good.
All right. Oh my Lord.
They are so good.
These are like candy.
They are like candy, but it's yogurt.
All right, yeah. So we need a cup of yogurt bites. Without the oxygen absorber.
Oops. Sorry.
Okay.
In you go.
And then we have some instant milk that we're going to add to this. We're going to add 3 tablespoons of instant milk.
Un, deux, trois. Get in my belly, Sandra Homespun Life. Absolutely. I agree. Then we just got some honey.
Yep, a little bit of honey, 2 tablespoons.
You could just, guess at it.
I don't measure this. 1, 2.
Oh my gracious.
And this is raw honey. We don't buy anything but raw honey.
No raw honey. And it's really sad because I'm a beekeeper.
Yeah.
And we didn't get a honey flow.
No.
All right, so what next, Mama?
3 cups of ice.
Is it all going to fit?
Yep.
Is there anything they can use besides honey?
Yes,
they're
you
allergic.
can use whatever.
Sweetener.
You know what? You don't even have to add the honey. The fruit in there is going to be sweet enough.
Yeah, we just like it extra sweet.
Yeah. And then 2 cups of water.
And if you've got too much ice, you can reduce the amount of ice.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have probably put the ice in first.
Yeah. Whoopsie daisy. This could be a real fun show here in a second.
Nah.
You got this, Mama. Don't let it boss you around.
All right. Turn that down. Turn that on.
Whoop, let's go wide cam. Uh-oh, shake it loose.
Hold on.
Uh-oh, we gotta shake it loose. Live TV. Happens every time.
Yeah.
There we go.
Done.
There it is, guys. All right. Ooh, that looks... Come to me. Come to Papa. I love it when they call me Big Papa.
Oh, my.
I can't.
Slow down.
All right, look at this, Mama. Put that up in the cam. Look at that, nice and thick.
Mm-hmm.
And all you've got in there, guys, is bananas, raspberries, blueberries, yogurt,
Honey.
milk, and honey.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep.
No.
Wayne, you'll trade me some propane for that drone. Wayne, not giving up the drone.
Or here's an idea: you could come visit and you can use the drone.
Oh, there you go. We can visit you and take the shots you want. How's that?
Here you go, honey.
Oh,
Oh, dang it.
what happened?
Already fell.
Look at that, guys.
Give a spoon.
Not all.
Oh, my gracious. I'm going in. Cover me.
Kind of really working this.
Oh, my gosh.
Good.
It's surprising because when you get the freeze-dried food, you think it can't be, like, fresh.
Mm.
But it really is. And you didn't have to
Oh my
freeze
gosh.
it, and you didn't have to carry it around to make it like that.
That is so
Mm.
good.
For people that have dogs, can they bring their dogs?
There was
Yeah.
dogs there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah, they brought their dog.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
The Going Batty channel did bring their dog.
Gina. Her tail is a serious whip.
This stuff is ridiculous. I think it's soup time,
It
Mama.
is soup time. It's done.
We need some bread, we need some soup, and then we need to say goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, I forgot the soup ladle. Claire, can you grab that, please?
I can just use my hands.
I know.
Where is it?
In the kitchen.
You wise guy. I oughta take another drink of this. Let's go to Mama Cam. There she is.
Thanks. All right. So we got our bread cut.
Yes.
See, here, go to food cam.
Food Cam.
See how it's kind of sticking together a little bit?
It's because we
it's
didn't.
still hot.
Yeah.
So when it cools, it'll be a lot easier to cut.
Yep. And do you ever freeze the bread?
No.
That's
No.
silly talk.
No.
That's silly talk. You could freeze the bread, but it doesn't last that long here at all.
It doesn't.
No, that'll be going.
And I usually
Wait.
make it by loaves of 4 loaves at a time.
All right, kids. Here is the soup.
That.
Move that around. Look at that, guys. And you could take that with you on trips if you had, dietary issues, and there is no gluten in there,
Right.
and it's delicious.
And it's good for you.
Yep.
Here you go, honey.
All right, I'm going for it.
Hot.
Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna have to wait on that. Now, one thing though, guys, is if you do not have a gluten issue, you could serve this up with tortillas.
Mm-hmm.
You could put, sour cream or cheese it up however you want. But what a great option. I mean, just what a great option for folks who have those issues. And also, oh yes, hurt me. I don't even care that I'm putting it right next to the computer keyboard. And for me,
well, it's not your computer keyboard, so it doesn't matter.
For me, that's a no-no. Brad, add what cam switch you use for the tech chat. We have actually long project. It's a free program. It's called OBS. I just have 3 webcams, you know, goes like such. You can add graphics in, whatever you want, and you switch it. I've got a real-time switch. Here, I'll even show you. No, I can't show you. No, I can show you. No, because if I show you, it does that whole zooming thing. But it's called OBS. But, okay.
What zooming thing?
No, if I show the screen that it's showing, it gets a feedback loop. Well, here, I'll show you anyway. So it's like this. And if I turn the camera around to try to show you the program, it's going to go to like hyperspace. Shoo, see?
Well, maybe you should take that camera off and show a different camera.
You can't. Same thing will happen. It's a feedback loop.
Okay.
But it's called OBS, guys. Anyway, all right, Mama, you gonna give a taste? We're in this corner. Let's see. I'm gonna give it a taste. Oh, so hot.
Yeah. Steamy.
You're making bread today. Get fit, fancy pants. All right, good.
Nice.
That's good, guys. I gotta tell you what. The thing that's always surprising to me about this stuff is the meat not only tastes like meat, but it feels like meat.
Right.
And that's a huge thing. A lot of those companies that make this stuff, it doesn't have the right texture. And it just is like, Colleen Palmer, a link for OBS.
I got it.
It's called Open Broadcast Software. And it's free. So,
This is so good.
big chunks of chicken. Look at that.
The peppers taste like they were just out of the garden.
That's a big chunk of chicken. So I gotta tell you what, guys. Making bread is not as hard as we had thought for years and years and years. And yes, I wish you had smell-o-vision, bro. Yeah, I
This could
totally do.
totally be ice cream.
It could be ice cream. This stuff. So do yourself a favor if you're into setting aside some food. Check out the Thrive Life Foods, and if you're not, if you're just a busy mom, this is fast. And if you've got health issues, this is great for gluten-free and all kinds of stuff. So I want to eat my bread, Mama.
Okay.
We got to say goodbye.
Okay.
I hope you guys like this. It's been fun.
Yeah.
So, wait, one quick Claire cam. Isn't she beautiful?
Stop.
So, if you guys like this, please do share the video around because, well, doggone it, we want to build the community. So, I'm Brad.
I'm Krista.
And I'm Claire.
That's Claire over there.
Yeah.
You guys have an awesome day, okay? Bye-bye. Thanks for stopping.